Hey everybody. I was kind of debating on whether or not I was going to record this, but kind of feel like it needs to be said in light of certain recent events. As you have probably heard already, Jason David Frank, the Green Ranger, Tommy Oliver, passed away, and the reason was because of you can Google it and you'll see it. If I say it, I guess YouTube will demonetize me, which I really don't care about. He killed himself, basically. That's what happened. Um, so the thing that sucks about whenever these things happen is you see an influx of people saying, "Hey, if you're hurting, reach out. If you're suffering, reach out. Here's a number to the suicide hotline and all these other places." But as I've kind of looked at these things, people do reach out, but it's kind of like, is anybody listening to them as they're reaching out? I've dealt with a few instances of people wanting to remove themselves from the equation while I was in both Iraq and Okinawa. And in Iraq, uh, I want to say Flip took over that situation and helped that person, talk them down, got them the help that they needed. However, when I was in Okinawa, we had a guy, and it's very similar to what happened to Jason David Frank. Wife was leaving him, was taking everything. It was all seemed lost. It was bleak. He was losing like money and everything. Had to move back to the barracks, and just life was just really just kicking him while he was down. And he didn't show up to work, and everyone starts looking for him. And I shot him a message like, "Hey man, where you at?" And he goes through the, spiel. It's like, "Yeah, I'm done. I'm over life. I'm over life. Blah blah blah." I was like, "Hey dude, where you at? Let's chat." He's like, "No, I don't want to chat with anybody. I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy the ocean for one last time." And I knew exactly where he was at. And I went and I found him, I talked him down, and then I got him to a professional because I'm probably the worst person to talk to during these things. But at least, in that moment, I recognized what what he really was saying, and he's still out there today, actually as a tattoo artist in Okinawa, and he's doing pretty damn good. I'm really proud of that guy. He's got some dope art. But anyway, the point is, again, you'll see people say, "Hey, if you're hurting, reach out." And at times it's like people are reaching out, you're just not listening. And that's kind of like the thing that gets me frustrated. Because if someone gives me the number to the VA, says, "Hey, if you're hurting, go talk to the VA," I'll tell you right now, the VA doesn't give two flying fucking shits about whether you live or die. They don't. They absolutely don't. A couple years ago, I lost one of my old squad leaders and team chiefs, and he, you know, reached out to people. He was suffering, but nobody listened to him. He went to the VA. They told him come back in 8 months. Well, 8 months, he's still dealing with this problem in the meantime, just to wait for an appointment to talk to somebody. Um, I regret not reaching out, and that's probably like one of the biggest regrets that I have. But you know, again, people do reach out. But the question is, are we listening? That that's the real tragedy here. I think I remember reading that he did reach out to like his brand manager, and he missed the brand manager missed a phone call and probably didn't think anything of it. But again, you gotta know your audience, if you will. I'll just leave it with this. It's really sad to see like a portion of my childhood taken away, but it's also sad to see somebody reach a point where they believe nobody cares and nobody's willing to help them. So just just be mindful of each other, and when your friends are going through some stuff, Don't just tease them. Don't just bust their balls and hope they'll laugh it off. Actually, just sit and listen because I can tell you for a fact that one of the more frustrating things is trying to talk to people and nobody is. Well, you get the feeling that no one's listening or no one cares. So I don't know. Keep that in mind. I hope he's at peace now and training with Trini. Yeah. Anyway, that was it. Yep. Just love one another and stuff.